Everybody that does international business probably knows the number one word is flexibility. Things are always changing. Different cultures mean you have to do business different ways. But the bottom line is you need information. You need information that's real and timely in order to make business decisions, whether it's taking companies into new countries, whether it's changing the plans in the country because of an election changed the economic direction of the country. And it's really, really difficult to get that. There are, of course, some good resources online, like the Economist and the Financial Times. But what I find the Global Chamber does is it lets me talk to people who are living in the country and doing business in the country, and they know what's actually going on. And if there are changes, they're going to know those before we do. I think that is a huge edge to have in my business. And I noticed in the session we had this morning, there's a similar business to mine, and they're doing the same thing. They're using the chamber, Global Chamber, to find out what's actually happening from people who are actually there. They're not consultants flying in and flying out. They actually live there. And I find that the people who live in places know better what's going on and what the potential is for the future. And the only way to get that in 520 some odd cities in the world is through the Global Chamber.
Well, there's a very famous sort of saying that more or less goes that when countries trade together, they tend not to go to war against each other. I think that that's a fundamental concept that underlies what the Global Chamber does and is about. In times when doing business becomes more challenging, and I think we are entering into a kind of a period of that, it's important to have enduring relationships that you can count on, because you're going to have to be, as a business, more resilient and more flexible and more adaptable than ever before. Being able to bring those qualities to the forefront requires a couple of things that Global Chamber already contains within it. Young people having an opportunity to advance innovative ideas more quickly than that otherwise would be the case. That's world-changing. The opportunity for established businesses to be able to grow and refine what they're doing. That's also a change agent in the global business environment.
One of the most difficult aspects of doing global business is making the right connections in countries where you want to do business. In over 5 decades of living and doing business in other countries, the Global Chamber is the first truly global network of vetted, trusted contacts for me and my clients that's based in over 500 cities around the world.
I've actually been involved with the Chamber from day one. And I think that the exponential growth of the Global Chamber is a testament to a couple of things. The first of which is that Doug Brunke is himself an innate connector, and he has all of his life in his professional career specialized in bringing people together. He has successfully translated that aspect of his nature into the Global Chamber and brought together across a span of the globe like-minded people who appreciate the value of the Global Chamber. I can speak concretely to that value. 4 years ago, I established, with Doug's help, my consultancy, Mel Sanderson Consulting. And I would, without hesitation, say that the Global Chamber was instrumental in bringing both me personally and my business to the attention of exactly the kind of international audience that I aspired to reach.
Global Chamber Zoom calls go across many business sectors, countries, regions, and are always worth the time, as I learned from the people who are on the ground actually doing business and living in countries where my company is helping other U.S. companies seek licensees for their business. I find the Global Chamber is a valuable source of information to help us take our businesses into new markets. An example would be a recent one, like this morning, where we were trying to figure out what the changes are going to be in the global environment for doing business in the year 2025. And we had perspectives from quite a few different sectors, not just countries, but people with different backgrounds. And I really think the only alternative to that is probably paying several $100,000 to PwC to do a report put together by interns.
it has established branches that remain very focused on personal connectivity. So as a concrete example, the Global Chamber in Ghana, Africa, which is headed by an incredibly dynamic woman, has been instrumental in assisting not just myself in my consultancy, but a broader business that I've been part of, the African Business Opportunities Group, in attracting new prospective clients and also in helping us position ourselves more competitively for opportunities in Ghana.